Hey guys, what is going on? Robrigo here with the Noobs, and today I'm going to cover our top tips for making sure you get your hands on the most essence points in Call of Duty Zombies. So let's get straight into it. The first tip we have is Loose Change. Loose Change is a super cool and relatively unknown feature of Call of Duty Zombies, whereby if you approach any of the various power-up perk machines around the map, proning in front of it will grant you loose change, and in this case what it means is giving you 100 essence points. While this doesn't seem like a lot, there are now 8 perk machines around the map, so it will help a lot in early rounds for opening doors. This can only be done once by one player for each machine, so if you're playing with randomers, make sure to get in there early or they will take it. For our second tip, we have a relatively well-known one in that using melee grants you 25 more essence points compared to a regular weapon kill, with 115 points for melee as opposed to 90 points for a weapon kill. The trick here though is to use your crystals to upgrade your melee classes, seen here, because if you do then you'll be able to use not only a knife at tier 1 but also a Bowie knife at tier 3, as your melee, regardless of whether you choose the knife as your starting weapon. If you don't have this maxed out, then you can still melee with your weapon or fists, but after a few rounds it's not going to be one hit kill any longer, whereas that knife melee stays as one hit into much later rounds, granting you that valuable extra essence. Aside from collecting more essence points, just a general tip that if you do have crystals to spend, then upgrade the weapons you use as much as possible. It's going to make succeeding in zombies all that much easier. Moving on to our third tip, and that is to only open the doors that you're required to. You'll have seen, especially in the Toten, that opening doors is quite expensive, and there's often 2 doors to access any area of the map, so just open one of them. This again is important in early rounds to maximise the potential of having enough essence points to spend on other things like perks, pack-a-punching weapons, and having enough essence to do things like trials. This tip also helps to control zombie flow throughout the map. You can hide in places like the power room by not opening this particular door shown here. Keeping this door closed is a favourite, by the way, for those of us who like to hide in this room and try and hit rounds of 100 and beyond. Our fourth tip is regarding the NUKE power-up. When you're surrounded by zombies and you see that vital NUKE power-up appear, most of the time our reaction is to leap out as quickly as possible to grab it and get a much needed rest from the zombie horde. But if you can wipe out as many zombies as possible right to the point where the NUKE starts to flash just before it disappears, you're going to pick up in general at least another 1000 essence points from killing the zombies, and then another 400 on top from getting the NUKE, so delay it for as long as possible to maximise your essence collection. Last but not least, our fifth tip is to spend wisely and keep an eye on cost increases. The trial machine is a great way to get some extra bonuses, but the price can creep up pretty quickly. While in early rounds a trial costs 500 essence to initiate, at later rounds you can be paying over 5000 essence points just to initiate a trial. So realising what the potential reward is versus the massive 5k cost and above is important before you set off trials in later rounds. It's the same with perks, their cost increases as the rounds go by, so try and get them locked in early. If you're thinking whether to pack a punch early or get those perks in, remember that while the cost of the perks increases, the cost of pack-a-punch does not. It will always be 5, 15 and 30k for levels 1 to 3 of the pack-a-punch machine. And there are top tips on maximising your essence points in zombies. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with these points or anything else you would add as a top tip. We're now streaming every Thursday evening UK time, so come and join the community that myself and the THAC are building with the noobs. If this video helped you out, or you just enjoy our content in general, come join us by subscribing. Take care guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.